Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GWE100. It's the Tier 10 German SPG. It's located on the east spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of randyxx777. Now, he's got a 21cm howitzer capable of doing 900 alpha and penetrating 53mm of armor with an 11.4 meter burst radius. Standard reload for this Arty is 37.39 seconds, but we can see that Randy's got it down to 28.85. Now, I have to say, right from the start, that Randy's one of these players who fires and then immediately looks away from the enemy. So I have to take control of the camera, otherwise we just can't do any videos for him at all. Simply because it wouldn't be interesting to see somebody just aim, shoot, and nothing else seen. Anyway, he's backing into the trees slowly, bit by bit. Reverse speed on this thing's only 10 kilometers an hour. Forward speed 40 kilometers an hour. Okay, he's ready to go, and he spots a target. It's a SDB1 lining up. That's about dialed in. Well, it definitely landed close to the SDB1 because he got 276 off that one, and he's already finding a new firing position. In fact, he's backing in further into the trees. Oh, he got some stun assist off that one as well. Well, that was useful. Watch out with these trees. That knocking a tree down actually works against you, because if you knock a tree down, the enemy Arty might spot what happened and then aim at that spot. Okay, he's aiming for the object 268 version 4, the Bobject. Now, I think he left that one a little late. He didn't put enough lead time into the shot, and as a consequence, the Bobject would have escaped any damage. Now, he's knocking more trees down as he's going. Now, I know it does provide cover later on in the game, but it does give a clue to the enemy Arty where he's actually headed. There's only one enemy Arty. It's a Batchat 155-58, so he's got a 3-shot autoloader to test and see if he can find and get a shot on Randy. Well, that one was a bit late as well. Unfortunately, the Viz-55 managed to pull back, but he did get stunned, so that's something. Now, it's actually quite a good balance of reload time and damage in this Arty. Much more like a Tier 9 Arty. In fact, it's been compared to the GW Tiger, which is the Tier 9 German. And that's probably about correct, actually. Okay, looking behind the windmill. Fires the round in. It hits the windmill. Unfortunately, RNG said, no, you're not getting anything from that one. Now, the good thing is that this Arty does have 30 rounds, so you're never going to run out of ammunition during the battle. There are some Arty, like the Object 261 and the T92 HMC, they will run out of ammo if you keep firing as and when you're loaded immediately, and that can be a real big problem, because if you want to maximize your damage, you're limited to the amount you can actually do. Rounds out the Viz-55. And this one went long, but he did get some stun. Now, the E100, or E100, as I should say in German, is actually a tank that was built, or rather the hull was built, the turret wasn't. Well, there was 2 turrets made for the mouse, and they didn't build any for the E100, but it was going to be built. It was going to be the same turret as the mouse. Okay, lined up on the Viz. This looks good. And again, it hits the windmill. Well, he did get some stun assist from that at the very least. But you notice these trail of knocked down trees that he's leaving at the back of the map. Yeah, enemy Arty might use that, you see. Anyway, getting back to the battle, you can see that the Viz-55 was tracked momentarily, and it looks like the enemy Arty actually had difficulty trying to get the shot on target. We're almost loaded. Rounds out again. Oh, this one was much better. He got damage off the Viz-55 and he got some stun assist. So I think he hit both tanks that are actually in that vicinity. Oh, that guy's just fallen into the water. Okay, the enemy tanks around here are all just milling around, but there's plenty of them together, and they are now starting to take fire from our guys up on top of the hill. You He fires the round in. Kampfpanzer. And it did land near the Kampfpanzer 7, the new tank. I don't know how long we're going to call it a new tank, but the Kampfpanzer 7 is not a very good tank in terms of how much it costs. Apparently, a lot of people are complaining it's very expensive. Okay. We're looking now at, the Kampfpanzer 7 again. He's loaded. Fires the round in between the two tanks. And, no, he did get that. He got the stun assist off the E900 because he got the shot in just before he was taken out by our AMX 13105. Oh, actually, it wasn't the 13105. It's the IS7 who got him. Okay, so who's next? We're doing quite well so far. Okay, he's looking towards the wood. They've just killed an STB-1. That's the one we fired at the start of the game. In fact, now Randy's having difficulty trying to find a target that he can use. And he's going to hit the Jaegeru. Just lands behind him, but he's taking damage. Oh, lots of stun assists. Nearly 2,000 stun assists off that shot alone. That one's going to be worth it for an ace tanker for the game. If he stays on the Jaegeru, that is going to earn him a lot. But he sees some more enemy tanks. We just saw the enemy Arty, or tracer from the enemy Arty. He's going for the 268 version 4. Lined up, rounds out, and... oh! He got him! He actually splashed him to death. The blast radius was enough for him to get the kill. Okay, he's gone back to the 268 nearer the cap area. Of 13105 is actually chasing another 268, but we're going to go for this one. Oh, he's gone. So we don't need to worry about him at all. But this 268, well, yes, it looks like the enemy RT is headed for an early bath, which is not good. Oh, good shot. 208 hit points of damage there. And the enemy RT has drowned himself. What a disappointment. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt if you actually fight, and actually try and get some more damage. And there's the end of the game. Well, towards the end of the game, I really thought that Randy XXX777 was actually going to get an ace tanker purely off the damage that was done to the Jaegeru. He got a massive amount of stun assists, nearly 2,000 hit points of stun assists off that one tank alone, a one shot at him, which stunned him just as he was pulling back. But sadly, he ended up with only a first-class tanker out of that game. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15. A Confederate hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And his win rate from the game was 1,269. It's disappointing he didn't get the ace tanker because he certainly deserved it. He was putting in as much damage as he could. His shells just weren't going in the right direction. They weren't hitting the place that he wanted to hit. They kept hitting things like the windmill or going long and just stunning the targets that he was actually aiming at. So, if we look at the team score, we can see that he didn't get a high amount of damage. That went to the IS7 on his team. 4,878 went to him. 4,186 went to the Centurion Action 10. And they also picked up a Confederate. And the third highest damage was the Kranvan on our team with 3,348. But sadly, he didn't survive the battle. We can see that Randy managed to get 1,415, which is way down the table. Yes, unfortunately, it's not a huge amount of damage, but that's, as I said, because the shells weren't going where he wanted them to. And I get the feeling that the further he goes on, the more he plays the GWE 900, he's actually going to get more and more damage because the shells will start going straight. Out of that game, the highest number of kills was the IS7 again, so he's got 2 out of 3. The second highest was the Kranvan with 2 shells. Everyone else either got 1 kill or nothing, and Randy did get 1 kill, so that puts him in joint 3rd place in this game. And on base XP, that IS7 again, so he's got the top in all 3 columns, that guy. He got 1,085. The AMX 13105 picked up 1,067, and he got a patrol duty in Scout. And 1040 went to the Centurion Action 10 that got the Confederate. They're in 1, 2, 3, and they're the only players to get over 1,000 base in the game. But look at this. Yes, randyxx777 was 5th on base XP in the game. He got 930, and I think I put that down to that single shot on the Jaegeru, which actually scored him a massive amount of stun assist very, very quickly indeed. Let's have a look at the detail. 12 shots fired, decent amount of rounds, 18 direct hit, 18 splashes on the enemy, no direct hits at all. The shells just weren't going straight. 1,415 hit points of actual damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 1, and he got 4,593 hit points of stun assist and 14 stuns. So yes, a huge amount of stun assist. That's why he got the first class tanker, but I really felt that he was going to get the ace off this one. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit. Would you believe it? Of a tier 10 game, yes, Arty does make profit. If you get enough stun assist, it really donates it to you. He picked up 1,442 credits. It's not a lot, but it is, it's something. And he also got 5 bonds out of it because it was tier 10 and 1,860 XP as well. So yes, the stunning earned him the credits and the XP and of course the awards. If he actually does that again and repeats it, sees an enemy tank that happens to be in sight of our teammates, puts one shot in that stuns the guy or actually hits him and keeps him stunned, then you indicate the target. You put your team on, you'll put your reticule over the target, hit the T key, and let everybody see that big down arrow over that target. Then hopefully they'll all hit it at the same moment, and you'll pick up a massive stun assist. It certainly does help on the tier 10 Arty. It also helps on the tier 9s for that matter. So if you are after an ace tanker, that's the way you do it, because you let the teammates know which one you want to be hit by hitting the T key before you shoot and then after you shoot. So they say, okay, that's the stun tank. That's the one I want you to hit, please. And if necessary, if they don't hit it, repeat the shell to stun it again. And then hopefully they'll actually attack it. But it has to be in sight of the of your teammates, because if it's not in sight, they won't be able to see it. They won't be able to hit it. But it certainly does help in a game like this. So well done to Randy, getting a first class and a Confederate. It was good. I thought you'd get an ace. Not quite. Not this one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.